It's top 5 time. I was born in the 80s, so I got my original love for cartoons with amazing characters and awesome storylines. Yes, most of them were to sell us a toy line. Yes, I fell for it hook, line, and sinker. No, that doesn't diminish how awesome these cartoons are. So let's do top 5 80s cartoons. Now remember, this is not based on ratings or popularity or anything. This is my list. This is the shows that molded my young 1985 born mind. And there's plenty of cartoons that were airing in the 80s that didn't start in the 80s, so I didn't count those. So this list, they had to start in the 80s, and they had to be influential to this guy. And I'm definitely going to leave some out. I had to draw the line somewhere. There's so many great cartoons that came out in the 80s. Unfortunately, y'all can go ahead and be mad at me all you want to. No G.I. Joe or Transformers. Okay, I respect them. Just weren't in heavy rotation in my house. I think the only Transformer thing I had was like this little car that my Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter action figures rode around in. You know, I had to go back and play with toys again. It was the best. Honorable mention, it is Dino Riders. Do y'all remember that show? Oh, I love it. The battle between Valorians and Rulons to sell toys again. They were from the future, but they were back in time. I don't know, man, but it was a perfect mix for this kid. I loved it. It was just dinosaurs with like lasers fighting other dinosaurs with other lasers. It was great. Also, an honorable mention is Garfield and Friends. It was a big cartoon on Saturday mornings. You know, Nermal, Odie, Sweet Trust, and John Arbuckle. That lovable. I don't know why. I do not know why. Cat named Garfield. Also, Orson's Farm, like the subplot on the cartoon that they would show the B-roll of. It was fantastic, too. All right, getting into the countdown. Number 5, we got the Smurfs. You got Clumsy Smurf, you got Greedy Smurf, you got Natural Smurf, you got Angel Smurf, you got Harmony Smurf, you got my favorite, Lazy Smurf, Painter Smurf. So many more Smurfs living it up with Smurfette and Papa Smurf. Just trying to avoid Gargamel, you know. Just a Belgium cartoon on Saturday morning. But it was also one of the longest running and most successful Saturday morning cartoons of all time. It almost ran the entire 80s. So, respect to the Smurfs. At number 4, it's DuckTales. Ooh. Just an iconic theme song. Gets stuck in my head all the time. Show is great about Huey, Dewey, and Louie and their eccentric bajillionaire Uncle Scrooge McDuck. But I've always been more entertained by Launchpad. Launchpad was my dude, man. He always messed things up, but like with style. The villainous Beagle Boys were great too. Truly one of the few things from Disney I loved as a kid. Number 3, it's Muppet Babies. Muppet Babies, you make our dreams come true. Theme song straight out of 50s doo-wop. I would get so hyped when that theme song would hit. And then you never saw the nanny. You just saw her from the knees down, just taking care of the little Muppets. That they would grow on to be such iconic characters. It's weird to say that it was relatable content back then. You know, they had wagons and tricycles, and it's just where I was in the time of my life. Baby Rolf and his piano were my absolute favorite. God, what a great character. Number 2, it's The Real Ghostbusters. This is really 1B to what cartoon is sitting at number 1. Like, I loved the Ghostbusters. I had the full suit. I had the proton pack. I had the action figures. I lived, breathed, and played Ghostbusters. And as cool as the movies are, the cartoon was just way better to me as a kid in the late 80s. So I respect and enjoy the movie way more as an adult. But if you ask 1989 Drew, the cartoon was king. And that leads us into number 1 on the countdown this week. My favorite 80s cartoon of all time, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If you were to ask me, Drew, what was your personality in the 80s? It was a little bit of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a little bit of Ghostbusters. That's it. Like Egon mixed with Michelangelo. That was old Drew Harrison in the 80s. If you ask me any question, you're probably getting a quote from one of those cartoons, to be honest with you. It was my main vocabulary growing up, was Cowabunga and Proton Pack. I thought Michelangelo was just the coolest character ever created. Too bad I always would hurt myself with the nunchucks. Just never took. So that is my countdown. That is my favorite 80s cartoons. Please let me know what your favorite were. I'm not talking popularity. Like, don't come at me with the G.I. Joe and the... What is your favorite? You know, look in your heart of hearts and you say, what brought me the most joy sitting in front of my TV on Saturday morning watching cartoons? All right.